Hi, everybody. It's Carl. I'm here to clarify the things to think about when you're interviewing this company or this small to mid-sized business that and their use of social media. So, it's a big thing to say, well, see what they're doing and see if they're doing it well. But what exactly do I mean by that? What are some of the things you can look for? Well, the first thing you want to look for is to make sure that they have a social media presence. You don't want to. This isn't about a company that isn't using social media. It's one that's using it, and maybe, or a business, or it could be an organization, by the way, Get Out the Vote, or people who are trying to raise donations. Whatever maybe it could be selling a product. It could be just trying to lure readers to their site, like a journalism site. So it doesn't have to be a business. It has to be some organization that is trying to get results from their customers or their readers or their donators or whatever using social media. So that's important to understand. It doesn't have to be a business trying to make a profit, what is it that you are going to ask these people? Well, first of all, as I said, you need to have a social media presence and a website. I want them to have a website because we've been talking about the blog as being sort of the mothership of social media, and all things feed into the blog. Well, and that's totally true. That's certainly true for people who are trying to promote themselves and their ideas and sell books and that sort of thing. But we're going to talk a little bit more now about websites and that is now the real true mothership, is the website and online, at least in the new media world online. So basically all of these other things, including the blog, feed into that website. People want to get eyeballs on those websites. It's all about clicks and people getting in there. We're going to talk about analytics next week, how to actually see how well you're doing, the return on investment, ROI, and those sorts of things. But we're not going to get into that now. Right now, we're just going to see what they're doing, And so I'm going to give you I don't know how many points have I got here. I think it's 6 points, 6 key things to think about when you're with these people or talking to them. One of them is do they have goals? Do they have an actual goal for their social media campaign? For example, do they have a campaign? Having a goal does not mean that they want to be on Twitter, they want to be on Facebook, they want to be all of these places. And a goal is much simpler than that. They want to make money. They want to make money, but it's not even that broad. A goal needs to have a specific sort of goal. They have to, for example, they want to raise revenue by 20% over the next year, or they want to increase their followers by 10,000 over the next year, something like that. A real target that they can actually monitor and see how well they're doing. If they just said they want to get more customers, that's too vague, and it's not really something that they can actually work toward. Everybody needs a goal that has specific steps, and so you can get there. All right, so and a lot of companies, for example, will say that they have a social media campaign, or they're especially these big companies, for example. It's like I consulted with a company once, and they said, oh well, we have a social media presence here and campaign, as part of our communications program. And I said, yeah, and if that guy quits, you don't have a social media presence. Social media needs to be sort of integrated into the entire culture of an organization. You have to make sure with these goals that the leader, or the boss, or whatever it is, the management, the executive editor, the CEO, whoever it is on board on this, because it's going to take more than just that one guy, and if they quit, to actually pull this off. Often the hardest part about being a social media person at a company, even if it's a small one, is getting other people to help you with the content. Oftentimes you need other people to feed you content to push out there, achievements and those sorts of things, of course, but also to help answer questions that the customers or the people out there have about you. So you need to make sure that the place you're talking to not only has these goals, but they actually have an agreement among everybody that that social media is an important thing, that they're all going to participate in. It's not just that one guy in the corner. That's an important part that is a critical element to having a successful social media campaign, supporting the entire idea of a campaign. And so number 2, who is it there who is it that they're targeting or marketing to? Who is their customer? Who is that guy they want to donate money to, or readers? So they need to really have a good understanding of who that person is, who they are targeting. And it may be more than one person. It may be that there are several different customers for what they do. For example, an obvious one is journalism. People go into a journalistic website and they have specific things they're interested in. Maybe they're interested in entertainment or like music, that kind of thing. Or maybe they're interested in religion and worship or politics or sports, certainly. So they need to be able to make sure that they're addressing all of those different customers' interests and needs and know what those needs are. So that's an important part of knowing your customer. Means it may be more than one customer. So that's something to think about. And not only, when I say knowing them, I mean, what are their problems? Remember, we talked about social media. We've talked a lot about social media as not being, a place to just bark out your sales pitch all the time. It's a water cooler. Remember that. I have a friend who is a writer who leaves their who are all every time on Facebook I see that they've posted something or shared something on my wall. I know it's the pitch for their latest book or their latest tour or their latest interview on TV. It's never, "Hey Carl, how's it going? Gee, I read this thing you did. It was amazing." So I'm kind of annoyed with this person. Number one, I never look at what he posts anymore because he's clearly just seeing me as a channel for pushing his sales, and it's annoying. I don't want to have anything to do with him. So you want to make sure that these people are actually, this business, wherever you go, is actually engaging their customers. But before they can do that, they need to know who they are, what their needs are, what are they complaining about. They need to know all of this stuff. Not only those kinds of personal things about them, but where are they hanging out? What social media sites are they using? Maybe none of the customers are on Twitter. Maybe they are. Maybe, they need to figure out where the customers are, and not just sort of sit there and, one thing about social media that does not work is, just sort of plunking everything out on Facebook, having a Facebook page, writing stuff on Twitter and hoping and just expecting people to come find it. You have to go out to them and lure them in, lure them to your Facebook page, lure them, which links to your website. You need to be able to go out and get them. And in order to do that, you need to find them. You need to know where they are, what social media platforms they're using. Maybe it's YouTube, maybe it's a photo place. It depends on what it is this business or this organization does. What else? Again, back to that, be careful that they're not casting too wide a net to grab those people. Maybe some places need to cast a wide net, like a newspaper is casting a wide net. They're trying to be all things to all people. But if it's sort of a small company that does one certain thing, if they're throwing a big net that's just blasting out to the entire population, but only maybe a small part of that population is really interested in what they have to say, maybe there are better ways to target their efforts and to streamline that so that they're not wasting so much energy. And so how do you find out where those people are, who they are? Well, you need to do some research. How do you research things? Well, there are these people. How do you find out? Well, believe it or not, one simple way has nothing to do with social media. It's interview them. It's talk to them. Find out, call people, talk to people, email people, stop, in coffee shops, what is it that you like about this or that? And see what people think about you. See if they even know who you are. Interviewing people is a great way, and they're striking a conversation. And certainly, if you can do that online too, you can do it on Facebook. You can ask people what they think. Everyone loves to think that their opinion is valued by other people, and so if you ask your customers or your readers or whoever what it is they'd like to see next, what articles have we not been covering, or those kinds, what topics, those are important things. Readers want to tell you that, and if somebody does tell you that, or what are we doing wrong, what could we be doing better, and if they answer that, don't just leave it at that. Go back and respond to them, and as a matter of fact, try to build a relationship and get a little more, keep digging deeper. So it's all about doing that sort of thing. So engage these people and by asking them their thoughts. You can also put your ear to the rail of just social media in general. Listen. If with Twitter, are these companies, is this business actually using Twitter to find out what other people are saying about them? What are the words that those customers or the target audience is doing to, what are the words that they're using to describe what it is they're interested in? Are you tagging your stuff with those words? Are you using those words to engage them? So you sort of do a search on Twitter, and you can do it just in general on the web. You can do Google Alerts so that you can search for words that are relevant to your company or your business or your organization. You can do what's called Google Alerts that will send any mention of that word right into your email, so that there it is. It's sort of like a Google Reader for blogs, only this is alerts for certain key phrases or words that come right into your email address, so you can email account, so you can see what they're saying about you. So you want to put your ear to the rail in as many ways as you can on social media, to see, follow your competitors. Are they following their competitors? Are they listening to what education sites are saying about their business? All these different, reviewers. What are reviewers saying about things like that, about you? What are people pissed off at you? Why? Go find out and try to address those issues. So put your ear to the rail and listen out there on the web. Don't just pretend nobody's out there saying anything. Everything that's said on the web, every word that's written, everything, there's a human being behind it. And you have to recognize that. And this business should be recognizing that. So how are they interacting, just to briefly again, how are they interacting with those customers, those potential, I'm going to call them customers, but it could be anything, readers and things. How are they interacting with those customers? For example, when they put something out on Facebook, is it like my friend who's bombing me with all this crap on my wall? I'm going to block him soon, by the way. It's going to really be awkward. But it's like, so is the place you're going to research, you're going to write about, are they putting content out there that's relevant to their customers? That people actually care about? Are they sharing stuff? Because remember, it is about building their community through engagement. It's having everybody like you. I'm not gonna, if my friend actually said, "So Carl, how you doing? It's so great. Oh my God, I saw that funny photo you posted. It was really fun. Hey, I'd love to have coffee, something, whatever, anything that suggests that he sees me. He sees me. Everyone likes to be seen too, especially old people. When you pass them by, say hey in there, like Bette Midler sings. But anyway, if he were to engage me in that sort of way, I would be all over, like, yeah, hey, cool, thanks. Hey, I loved your book synopsis. I'm going to go buy it. It's just about creating that community, and then you get customers, or you get sales by actually engaging those people. I said before, if you're a developer, if you're trying to raise money, one of the things that this isn't my idea, this is just around, but if you want money from a donor, ask for advice, and you'll get money. If you ask for money, you're going to get advice. So it's it's sort of building that friendship. So are you helping those people? Are you answering questions? Are you answering their questions? Are you addressing their complaints? Are you offering tips? Are you asking their opinion about things? And are you thanking them when they contribute or respond to you? Or is their response just sitting out there and no one ever came back to talk to them? So that's basically interacting with your readers. So number 5, that was number 4. Number 5, think about this website they have. Take a look at it. Is it a piece of crap? I mean, is it well designed? Is the typography good? Are the colors good? You'll know it when you see it. If you're going, ooh, does it look professional? Does the website suggest what it is that they do and make it very easy to get involved and to share? For example, is it easy to share things on the website with other people? Are there buttons right there? Basically, is it relevant to their needs? And again, is the website, like I said about a journalism website, are there tags, are there tabs in the menu that suggest they know who you are. You know, maybe it's a website from the United Nations, like the World Food Program. I think it's WFP.org. They used to have, but they've taken this down. They've added more stuff, more functionality. But take a look at their website. It is brilliant. It feels like they know, like, regardless of who you are, whether you want to donate, you're a student who wants to learn more about starvation or food issues around the world, whoever it is, it's just such a comfortable place to land, and there's just so many options that are all saying, we know your people. Do you want to donate? Do you want to get involved? What language do you speak? Do you want to share it on Facebook? What country are you in? It's amazing, and that makes it feel very accessible, and that they actually care about who I am. So, you know, there are different kinds of people that are going to be coming to that website. And does the website address all those different kinds of people's needs? And that goes back to your learning who has the company or the business learned who their customers are. So, and you know, the last thing I'm going to say, number 6, is just what we've talked about is the just social media aspect of all of this. You know, what is it that this business is using, or this organization? What are they using? Are they using enough? Do they only have a Facebook page? Do they not know about Twitter? Are they against Twitter? Are they afraid of Twitter? Why are they only using one thing? Or are they spread too thin? They have everything, you know, and they're a small business, and it's okay to have everything. As a matter of fact, it's great to have everything, like a YouTube presence, a Flickr photo account, you know, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, all these different things, all of them all interconnected and working together. That's a good thing. But what if their customers aren't on like Twitter or aren't on some of these platforms? Is an area they're using of the social web really kind of sapping a lot of energy, but nobody's listening over there. So you have to think. They have to. You know, are they using it efficiently? You know. Is it easy for people to follow on those things? Are they all interconnected, these things, the way we've talked about? Are there buttons for sharing things for you know, not for the business to be sharing in when they write it once, it goes to all these places, but from the customer angle, is there a way for them to share, oh my God, look at this beautiful new sweater, look at this cool sweater this store is carrying, I love it, I'm going to go get this, and you know, is it making it easier to share? And the last thing I'd say is, and then I'm going to shut up, but are they intelligently tagging things into creating metadata, the behind the scenes data, you know, tagging and that sort of thing, so that and writing headlines on these things that are search engine optimized, that are not only search engine, but that people can find using keyword searches in Google. So are they using the correct words, that going back to what the customers, what terminology do their customers use, and are they findable through these searching those words? And the way to be that way is to actually be tagging things in that way. Anyway, these are some, I hope you took notes. These are some very simple things to be thinking about when you go and evaluate. And you can address these things when you're talking, when you write your blog piece, with, you know, having evaluated these businesses. So good luck, and it really should be a fun exercise and a way for you to learn about you. Hopefully you're going to learn that you know a lot more than they do, and you're going to be going, ha 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 ha, boy, how stupid they are, if they only knew. Anyway, and you're only 5 weeks into this class, or 6 weeks, whatever we are. Wait till the end. So hang out. Good luck. Talk to you later. Bye.